All right, we're back with another project in our 2018 Holiday Paper Pack Challenge, and today may be a little bit longer of a video. I'm hoping to go through it very quickly, but what I've done is cut a 12 by 12 sheet into 4 pieces, so we have 4 6 by 6 pieces, and I'm going to do all of these projects in one video. All right? They are all different. All fun little things you can make. This is a square bottom bag. We're going to be using our scoreboard, I believe, for all of these. And, okay, here we go. So, we are going to score this one at 1 1/4 inch on one side. Then we're going to take that and put our score line towards the top. And now we're only going to score, when I tell you these score marks, we're only going to score to this line, all right? So we're going to score at 1 1/4 just to the line, 2 1/2, we're just going in 1 1/4 increments, so 3 3/4, and then 5. Now when we get to 5, we're going to go all the way down, like that. Going to just fold in, kind of give these a little bit of a crease. Okay, we're going to cut this corner down here off, and then these on the bottom, we'll give small notches. I cut just small angles on either side of my score lines, and that gives me my little notches. And we do that so that when we fold everything in, you don't have corners hanging off, and just eliminate some of the bulk. Okay, so now we are going to bring everything together first, and by doing that, we're going to just stick our adhesive on this long strip that we have scored. Okay? Bring everything together, lining up your score line with the other edge of the paper. Now, because this is supposed to be somewhat of a bag and a rounded project, we need some more adhesive right there. Probably a little more at the top too. This is kind of slick paper, so I don't think it's wanting to stick very well. All right. Get my fingers in here. Line everything up. Okay. So everything's lined up. Now, because this is supposed to be rounded, like I said, I stick my fingers in here and I give this kind of a little push back in to try to flatten out that harsh score line that we've made. And now this is going to be towards the back, the line that we've made. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold in the back, and then I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on all 3 of the sides. Because, and this is something I probably could have done before I stuck it together, but okay, so we're going to put adhesive there, stick that flap in, put adhesive on that side flap and stick that in. This is the front flap, put adhesive there, maybe one more piece, and stick everything down. Okay, so this has a square bottom. And then what we're going to do is, because our harsh score line kind of is in the back, we're going to put that towards the back and take our fingers and just kind of pinch it together. Okay? And that gives you a little gift bag. Put all kinds of treats in. I'm not going to finish these projects out as far as embellishing and things. You could put a piece over the top and bind it together like that. You can poke some holes in it and put some little handles in it. Multiple things that you can do, but this is just the basics of how to make these little projects. All right, so that's the first one. This one here is a milk carton box. So let me get mine, and I've labeled everything so I know what I'm doing when I get there. All right, now on this one, if it matters, if you have certain pattern paper and it matters, what we're going to do is we're going to score the bottom first. So I really don't care with this paper which way it goes, but if you do, you'll want to make sure that the bottom of your paper is down here, okay? Because it's going to be, all right, bottom of the paper down here. And we're going to score it 1/2 inch. Is that right? 1/2 inch. I guess so. 4.5, sorry. Sometimes and 5.5. Okay. Okay, here's what happens. I have written these projects down because I've made them before, and then I'll get to making them, and you know, some of these I'm like, I'm not making ahead of time right now. I'm just going off of my instructions from before, and sometimes I second guess myself. I'm like, does it really go together like that? So we'll find out. All right, so this is the vertical measurements, and so now this is the top and this is the bottom of your box. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, 2.5, 3.25, and 5.25. All right. I'm going to fold all these in. I'm curious to see if this is actually going to work, because just in my brain right now, it's not working. Oh, you know what? Yes, it will. Okay, here's the thing. Let me just explain something to you, because usually when you match things up, they go together and you just butt them up together and you can adhere them. Well, because this is such a small piece of paper, when I designed this, we didn't have enough on the end here for the flap to be the same as the beginning measurement. So basically, when you attach your sides here, you're going to just have to make sure you line up this score line with this side of with the edge of your paper. Does that make sense? Okay. If not, here we go. We're going to put it together. Your 1/2 inch side is over here, and that's the piece that was going to go underneath and join everything. So we're going to just cut the bottom of that off because we do not need that. Then we're going to, this is the bottom down here. We're going to just cut in on all these score lines, notch them out, and get rid of those little pieces. All right. So this is going to go together, and then everything's going to fold in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive on everything right now. I know I need adhesive on this because this is what's going to join everything together. And then our side flaps, basically everything here. I gotta think about this. This is going to be the front. So every flap but this one. Okay, so we stuck adhesive on the 1/2 inch piece here. We're not gonna stick adhesive on there. We're gonna put adhesive on all these others. And I may have just done that backwards. We'll just go with it here. All right, so I lined up there, so that's all lined up. Then I'm gonna fold this in. Oh no, I did it, I'm good. And then everything lines up on the bottom. Just kind of push it in, lines up perfectly. Such a cute little box. Okay, now we have score lines at the top here. We're gonna take our index fingers, kind of poke in, kind of push, and pinch, and everything's going to go together. If you have to, you can take your hand and put it on the inside to get these more defined score lines to do what you want them to do. See, on this side it's not really going where I want it to, so give it a little bit of an adjustment there. And then it goes together. So it's a cute little, I'm going to say milk crate, although, you know, milk carton boxes are usually square. This is more rectangular, but it's a flat box. You could put all kinds of candy, chapsticks. This would fit a gift card. You could put a gift card in there with some things. Cute little size for that. Moving along, this is going to be a flat box that is sealed on all sides. So you'll just keep that in mind. All right, so the first side we're going to score at 1/2 inch, 2 3/4, 3 1/4, and 5 1/2. 5 1/2. Okay, then we're going to turn it, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch and 5 1/2. I made these a couple years ago. I found some candies that would fit perfect in there, and made little boxes. And then this is large enough to put a gift card holder on here, and I handed these out to teachers and so forth. Doesn't matter what side really, because this is 1/2 inch and this is 1/2 inch. Everything's going to match up. So just pick one of your ends, I guess, and cut. And then we'll just make sure that all of these score lines are burnished. You will want to go ahead and put small little notches in all these other little flaps. So everything is going to get folded in. Alright, get my scissors off my fingers. Alright, so get all those little pieces out of the way. Alright, so we are going to put adhesive on this piece here. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, we're going to put adhesive on this piece with no flaps on the ends. And we're going to put some adhesive on that piece, on that little piece, and on that little piece. Actually, we're gonna, you know what? Okay, let me show you something. I'm gonna go ahead and put this part together. Because I don't have anything to put in it right now, because when I made them before, I had everything in it, and then I kind of like a wrap. I wrapped everything up, and I sealed both ends at the same time. But because I am not ready to seal it, I don't know what I'm putting in it right now, this end is going to stay open. And then when I fill it and I decide what I'm doing, I'll go ahead and seal that up. So both of these are sealed. This looks super cute, super cute, just like this. And then you take some ribbon and you wrap around it. You can put tags on it, but it's a cute little size. Once again, will fit quite a bit of different things. It's more flat than the milk. I'm calling it a milk crate. It's not really a milk crate, but anyways, that's what I'm calling it. You have a little more depth in that one than you do the rectangle. Last one in our 6x6 whatever here, little projects. This is going to be a little gift box bag thing. Let me find my measurements for this one. Hang on just a minute. Here we go. All right. On one of the sides, you are going to score at 1 inch. The other one, you're going to score at 5 inch. Turn it. And we're going to score at 2.5 and 3.5. All right. We will go ahead and reinforce those score lines. And now we're just going to cut in on the sides. And they don't come out on their own, just give them a little bit of a tug, and they come out. Okay, so we're going to fold these small flaps in. This is going to fold up together to make a little box open. It's open on top, open box like this, okay? So we're going to put adhesive. It doesn't matter which one you pick, but we're going to put adhesive on that small middle flap and then on one of the bigger flaps. Like that. So then what we'll do is we'll fold in the middle flap. We'll line up the flap that has adhesive on it, because you want to make sure that the flap that you have adhesive on is not the flap that is outward. Hello. And then this one comes in like this. Okay, so we have our little box here, and what we're going to do is we're going to attach some gold ribbon to make some handles. And to do that, what I'm going to do is put some adhesive on the ribbon itself. Just going to use my ATG gun and line it up. Put some on there. We can't put it on the whole thing because on the part of the handle that sticks up, you don't want adhesive on that. So I just kind of go along and I kind of eyeball it where I want the handle. Run that around, line it up, and I have a little bit of adhesive on the ribbon there, but I think I can probably pull that off there. I can. So give me just a second. Let me get this adhesive off of this part of the ribbon because we don't want that there. I'm just going to loop it around just to make a small little handle like this. And then I'll put my finger here and know that I need adhesive there. So we'll run another little line of adhesive down the ribbon like that. So we're going to go around and then try to even it up on both sides. Stick that down there. I need a little more adhesive right there, so I'm going to try just put some on the box itself. There we go. So then that way my ribbon has adhesive all the way to the top. Okay, so then what we do is we go down to the bottom, wrap it around there. We're going to the other side now, up this side. And once again, I've gotten adhesive a little too far up, so take my finger and just kind of gum it up, pull it off. Make me another little handle coming around this side. Try to even it up a little bit. I want adhesive here, so I'll once again just kind of mark it with my finger. And get my adhesive to stick on here. Okay, so we're going to wrap it around. I'm going to kind of give it a little tug here and make sure we're kind of even. Press it down, start to line it up, give it a nice firm press. If there's any extra glue, just grab it and get rid of it. Okay, then we match up back on the bottom. So I will cut this extra off because we don't need you don't want the bulkiness on the bottom. This is actually kind of thicker ribbon. This is it's glitter ribbon, so it is kind of bulky. But if it wasn't so bulky, you could go ahead and overlap if you wanted to. But this is really cute. You can put some tissue paper in there, put all kinds of different gifts. So this ends up being, let's see here, 4 inches by 2.5 by 1 inch deep. So cute little thing. All right, so the projects that we made using 6x6 paper, we made our little gift box with handles, our rectangular box that seals up on both ends, and you could take some ribbon and jazz that up. Another little box that has a closure at the top, a pinch top box, and then this one here is like a little gift bag with a square bottom. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Hi there, I'm back for just a quick second here. I was trying to just put some finishing touches on some of these projects, and I got to this one, and I just wanted to show you this because I thought it actually worked out very well. When I had it pinched like this, I just took the hole punch and I punched through both sides, the front and the back. And then I got my ribbon. Don't really know how long this is. We're gonna say about, oh gosh, 7 inches, 7.5 inches. And I put adhesive on the right side or the front side of the ribbon. So this gold sparkly part is my front side. So I put just a little bit of adhesive on the ends of that. And then what I did was I fed it through with the right side facing me because that's where the adhesive is. Let's see how. Sometimes this is not the fastest process, but you're feeding it through your hole that you punched. And I have my ribbon cut at an angle so it's easier to feed through the hole. Then you're just going to give it a little tug, and where you put that adhesive on, it's going to stick to your bag, just like that. Okay, so that side is stuck. And then this side, we're gonna do the same thing. It has adhesive on it. I'm gonna feed it through, stick it through the bag, and just take my finger and press down where that adhesive is on there. And then you have two little handles that are really cute, that are stuck to the bag. They're not gonna go anywhere. And I just thought that was a really, really good way to finish it out. And we'll jazz it up and put some sentiments on them later. All right, guys, thanks. See you later.